Week 12 in the NFL here at SPR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We're talking right now with returning guest Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com, a guy who proved to us in our last preview of the Packers-Giants game that he really does his freaking homework, and I hope he's done his homework for this next game we're going to talk about, Bills at Colts, because this line kind of confuses me. I'm interested to see what he has to say about it. Jeff Cadillac, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, before we talk about Bills Colts, tell us about jeffcadillac.com for a second.
Okay, for the viewers who are the first time here, I analyze all the games, all the NFL games per week, and I post all my picks online on my website, jeffcadillac.com, and it's a free site. All you have to do is click on the tabs at the top of the website, and you can preview all the games and all my picks.
All right, there you go. Sounds good. Bills at Colts. Colts are a 3-point home favorite. Now, the Colts got crushed by the Pats. We were kind of expecting that a little bit. We did a preview of that game with Indian Cowboy, and he predicted a rout by the Pats, and he was dead on that one. The Colts are obviously a good NFL team. The Bills, they beat Miami, and most alarmingly to me, or maybe most importantly, is that the Bills defense finally did step up in their last game. So I'm not sure how confident, how excited I'd be on betting the Colts here, even though the line is pretty small, 3 points, and Andrew Luck is obviously a great QB. What do you like here?
Well, I'll tell you something about Buffalo. I analyzed that game last week, and the Buffalo offense only scored 4 field goals. And if it wasn't for a punt return touchdown, they probably would have lost that game against Miami. So the Buffalo offense definitely has to get going. The Indianapolis, they did get a thrashing from the New England Patriots. Andrew Luck threw 3 interceptions with 2 pick sixes. He also had a lost fumble. The special teams gave up a punt return for a touchdown. Andrew Luck that was sort of like his welcome to the NFL by Tom Brady. I can tell you that. And it will definitely go as a learning experience for Andrew Luck when he's looking back on his long career. But I like Indy in this game because it's home cooking for them.
Yeah.
They've been very successful in the Dome. And believe it or not, when they get pep talks from Chuck Pagano, their head coach who's out on sick leave right now, they're 3-0. So the home cooking for Indy, I mean, Indy is 4-1 at home, and they've beaten some quality teams at home. They've beaten Minnesota, they've beaten Green Bay. Okay, so they beat Cleveland, but another team who lost to the Jags. Yeah. But I think Indy can regroup at home. I like them, at home against Buffalo. Buffalo doesn't travel well.
Right.
They've beaten on the road Cleveland, Arizona, but they've also lost to the Jets, San Francisco, and Houston, and they lost to New England, but they covered that game.
Yeah. No, I agree with you that we can throw out the Colts' last loss. But the one thing that does concern me, the Bills were kind of a team that I was looking to bet on this year, and, they spent a ton of money on that defense, and it was notorious for letting them down. They do have weapons on offense, and if the defense is starting to finally come around and play near what its expectations were, I think they might be an undervalued team. What's your analysis of the Bills' defensive performance last game, which is very good, but also completely out of whack with their poor performances all year long?
The defense is definitely they should have won definitely more games. Mario Williams, he got the big contract. Houston let him go, I think, for a reason, because they think he's maybe past his prime.
Right.
Now, the rest of the defense just hasn't stepped up. I mean, they've been blown out by a lot of teams on the road. Indianapolis has been playing very careful. Andrew Luck is learning. He's also playing teams that are not exactly that first-tier teams, and I would consider Buffalo is not a first-tier team just yet.
Sure.
And Indianapolis at home, you can't disallow that 4-1 record. I mean, they have beaten some quality teams at home. I mean, Green Bay and Minnesota, those are quality teams. I mean, Green Bay definitely is a Tier 1 team, and they beat them at home.
All right. Yeah, no, sounds like you're saying that the Bills' defense performance last game was a little bit fluky, and I guess I'm tending to agree. I like it. Colts -3, straight from the mouth of Jeff Cadillac from jeffcadillac.com. Jeff, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next week.